Some people just passed me and they were like, HIV patients. Hey, I'm like HIV patients. So is it a crime to have HIV? I mean, it's not really a good thing to have HIV. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, welcome. So this is not my usual niche, but I wanted to put out this video because I know that there are a lot of people who are trying to gain weight that I can encourage, and there are people who might be inspired by my story. So I'm going to give you guys a story on how I gained weight. This is a very interesting story, right? So stay tuned. Now, I started trying to gain weight in my 100 level, right? I don't know, I was very skinny in all my years in school, my secondary school. In fact, from my primary school down to my university, I was like the smallest. So when we would stay on the assembly line, I'm usually always the first. And I was really sad because I was so small, right? When I got to the 100 level, I started trying to gain weight. So I was dating my ex at that time. So we had like some issues and then we kind of broke up. So he started dating someone else, and apparently the grass was not greener on the other side. Sorry. So he came back, we came back, he broke up with her, he came back to me. For some reason, I was going through his phone and I saw a message that he had with his friend. His friend is a guy, right? Don't ask me why I went through his phone. I did. Yeah. So I was going through the phone and then I saw a message. Guess what he said? Thank God you broke up with your girlfriend. At least this one is thicker and she looks better for you. So he was referring to the other girl. So he was saying the other girl is better because I am too tiny for my boyfriend and I am not good enough. And in my head, why are you even keeping such friends that would body shame your girlfriend? You know, for years I tried to gain weight. I would take amphetamine. I'm sure I would have built a house by now if I calculate how much I spent on amphetamine. I went to the gym. I bought those very expensive protein shakes that has a whole lot of calories. In fact, I took like 2 big bottles. I took Ensure. There was nothing I didn't try. I was so desperate to gain weight. I was flat. My backside was like paper, right? I tried to gain weight, nothing was working. And then for some reason, I was scrolling through the internet and then I saw like weight gain herbs, right? So I decided to try them, right? Oh, let me even take you guys back. I think I'm moving too fast. There was a day I was working in school. I think by this time I was in my 300 level because I think we were doing industrial training. Yes. So imagine I've been trying since 100 level and I didn't gain weight. My weight was still 42 kg. And I have been weighing 42 kg since my secondary school. Guys, can you imagine? I did not move. I have a junior sister and she's bigger than me. Anytime we stand together, you would think she's my senior because she's taller, she's bigger. So you can imagine how I felt. So I was walking to an office to sign some papers. And then as I was passing, some people just passed me and they were like, HIV patients. Hey, I'm like HIV patients. So is it a crime to have HIV? I mean, it's not really a good thing to have HIV, but do you have to stigmatize, those that do? I'm not a HIV patient, but because of how tiny I was called a HIV patient. Thank God that I have a very strong heart. If not, I would have probably committed. Oh, you know what I'm about to say, but I would say it. So thank God for my strong heart, though, guys. That's how I now going back to what I was saying. I went online. I saw a lot of people that were selling herbs, a lot of ladies. You see a lot of before and after pictures. They are slim and then they are fat. I was really happy and I was like, oh, my solution is here. I did not know that. So I was so excited for it. But as at this time, I had spoken to my uncle who is a doctor. So I felt like I've taken too many unhealthy things into my system. So my uncle actually advised me to stop taking amphetamine and every other thing that I tried, right, except for the protein shake, I mean. But the protein shake did not work anyways. So I really wanted to go healthy. So when I saw these herbs, I was really excited for them because I thought it was healthy. So I'm a very, very curious person. I really want to know what I'm taking into my system. But for some reason, the first time that I tried the herbs, I did not try to know what was inside the herbs. Because anything herb to me should be healthy, right? It's not, it's not bad for my system because my mom is into like Chinese medicine, so she sells them and I know that they are very good for your system. So in my head I'm thinking this should be good too, right, because it is herb. So I bought my first 3 bottles. Each of them were like 250 ml. So I bought the first 3 bottles and I took them in like 3 weeks and then I didn't see any results. I'm like, what's going on here? I thought herbs are supposed to, do the job, I was not giving up at this point, I would take this to the end because we don't give up here. So I decided to buy more bottles because the lady somehow convinced me that I needed more bottles, which might be true in some cases, but in my cases I was at maybe 6 bottles by now and still nothing to show for it. I mean, I didn't want to be so big, but at least let me even see that something is happening, but nothing was happening. Okay, I was experimenting. I went to other brands, I checked and checked and checked. Nothing was working until finally I saw one brand. I'm like, finally, the Lord has done it. Finally, I used her product and then I started seeing changes, but I was feeling somehow. I wasn't sure of what was inside, so I decided to do a research, right? I decided to take like a class. I wanted to know what was inside that herb because in my head it should all be herb, right? So I decided to take a class to know how to produce, just because I wanted to know what was inside. And behold, guys, amphetamine and some of all these things that I was running from is what they actually put inside the herb to boost the herb. And I'm like, what? I mean, the herb works on its own. I really don't know, but I don't know if they needed to add that to make it faster or something. I'm like, not again. I'm seeing changes, but so I decided to DM more people that were into like herbs, and I really wanted to know how they do it. And in my head I'm like, I'm good at making research. I'm like, why don't I just research on my own and see if I can come up with something? By this time I had already left the university, in case you are wondering. Like, it's been a long time coming. So I decided to do my research. In fact, I reached out to my grandmom and she gave me some ideas, and then I finally found a lady online, and she's also into herbs, but her products are so wonderful. She's so good at what she does, and I took a training with her, and then I combined everything that I had learned plus hers as well, and I decided to experiment on my own. And guess what? I came up with my own formula. Hey guys, guess what happened? I took it for 2 weeks. I wasn't really seeing any change in myself, but people were telling me like, Mona, you're adding weight. And I'm like, are you for real? I was so happy, so I began to take it more. This was not 3 weeks, and I also did not think that I was gaining weight, but people were telling me that you're gaining weight. And by the 6th week, guys, I tried to put on my outfit and it could not zip. Like, it was so tight. I'm like, What's going on here? I'm like, God. I said, what a marvelous God. What a marvelous. He has done marvelous things for me. I was so happy. God. Guys, the struggle to gain weight. If you see any skinny lady that is trying to gain weight, just hug them and maybe dash them money. I'm kidding, Sha, but it's not easy. Like, it's draining and it consumes your money, if there's a word like that. Guys, the story has not ended here. In fact, this is where it gets more interesting, right? So I'm like, at this stage, I think I'm a herbalist. I'm a herbalist, you know. I'm a doctor. I'm a native doctor. Guys, not the native doctor that you think I'm saying, but you know what I mean. Like, I make herbs, so I'm officially now a doctor, right? Because I produce herbs to help people, right? So I decided to take this a step further, right? And I started to experiment more and more. Before you know, I was gaining weight in the right places. So let me tell you guys, see my butt. See, you remember I said I had like some paper, like flats there, right? I never knew that I could ever get hip or butt. In fact, I had people coming to my DM and like, Mona, what happened? Mona, I never knew that. I never knew that you can gain weight. Like, what happened? And because of that, I had a lot of people who wanted to gain weight, so they came to me. And guess what? I used my product on people as well. In fact, the first 3 people I used it on, they gained weight. In fact, my first client was one of them was in the US. Either the US, was it US or UK? Yes, the US. You know, she somehow found me because I opened the page on Instagram as a doctor, and she got my product for her daughter, and her daughter gained weight. Another person that I had known back in the days, because she was so surprised that I could gain weight, she decided to also use my product. In fact, she begged me and said she has been wasting a lot of money, and it works for her. And I have been using it on a lot more people, and it's been working. I'm so proud of what I have created, because guys, if I put my hands into anything, I try to make sure that it is the best, everything I do, because I like giving value. Even you guys know that even when I'm teaching on how to grow on YouTube, I always want to make sure that I'm giving out the best. So I have been using this product on people, and it's been a success. And the good thing is that you gain in all the right places. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. To everyone out there who's trying to gain weight, I just want to encourage you that just give yourself time, and with the right steps and products, you can definitely gain weight. My product has been the best for me, and the best thing about my product is that you don't lose the weight when you gain it. In fact, it regulates your metabolism. And there are times when maybe I'm so stressed out, I go to work, and maybe in a week I'm eating only once in a day, which you would naturally lose weight if you have a fast metabolism. If I lose very little weight, I will gain it quickly once I eat. But before, no matter what I eat, I will not gain any weight. And I'm so quick to losing the weight, but it's hard to gain it. But now it's easy to gain weight. It takes me a long time, even if I lose it because of too much stress and prolonged days and weeks of not eating, I'll gain it back quickly. And I did not need to stay on the product to keep, you know, looking the way I am. The only time I will take the product again is if I want to add maybe a few more inches, you know, I would take it. So I just want to encourage every lady who's trying to add weight, even men as well. I'm rooting for you. You can do this. Aspire to perspire. So one of my friends, he always says that. So believe in yourself. You can do it. Just give yourself time. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed my story. If you enjoyed my story, please comment down below, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you for watching, guys. I actually have a channel for this, but I decided to share it here because I know that I have more audience here, because that's like a new channel. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming to my TED talk or my story time talk. Thank you. Bye.